Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get into some of the news here. The WASDE report is out later today, and Trump-Xi meeting seems to be taking center stage of the geopolitical wildcard that we have going on here. So here's the trade estimates. I will get into it probably a little bit more tomorrow, but it is an important report because it's actually going to give us a little bit of, or a fair bit of forward-looking and some more idea of ending stocks. The market has problems with the drought that's in, and there's more things going on there too. Like there's people walking fields in Kansas area for their crop conditions, and yet the markets are not that excited about the size of crop that the U.S. is growing. So here, Trump-Xi summit may yield a farm deal, but China has limited soybean appetite. Been saying this for quite some time. They've built a lot of the Brazilian infrastructure, and they don't need to be coming to the U.S. for soybeans. And besides that, the encouraging of the farms to go in produce their own farm goods as well. Stung by Iranian war, Trump heads to China in need of wins. So there's the pressure that he needs to win over there as well. And the talks are basically at the end of the week. You can see here, May 14th, 15th, leaders seek to extend a fragile trade truce. Trump wants Xi help to end the unpopular Iranian war. Low expectations reflect Trump's struggles. This I found quite interesting.
A quick word on that.
Giving yourself more power or the ability to use power is not necessarily using that power.
No, I get it.
So, we're having this conversation about the political risk that the Prime Minister is taking on in terms of whether or not, of giving himself these powers. We're still removed from whether or not they would actually be used.
And again, the full out, though, of reviewing projects that are entirely within one province, right? Like, so they are down, so that is that they're pulling away.
Yes, I would observe that the consultation that is happening now in terms of engaging on these projects really ultimately is tinkering with the margins. The consultation has happened over the course of the last 10 years. Energy projects are not getting built in this country. I don't know how much more consultation and engagement is needed for industry to tell you the same thing that they've been telling you for about the last decade, which is that you need to get on top of removing these energy laws, not necessarily giving ministers more political authorities.
No, look, I know, but like 2 years ago, a bunch of oil companies wrote a letter saying we believe in industrial carbon pricing, and now they're saying let's get rid of industrial carbon pricing, right? So like there has been,
and as so too has changed the world. There's very few countries that are now looking at onboarding an industrial carbon price, oil producing countries.
I like it how she corrects them there. So with this, CBC was reporting this poll of environmental protection versus economic growth. You can see that there's a shift right here where there was high environmental protection and low economic growth, and now it's basically flipped 180. The Canadians are looking to get economic growth over environmental protection, which is good. And I might use this slide a few times here, but what I find is important here. So this is the 3-month look here. So you get the 3-month look on the correlation of canola to crude and heating oil, and it's in the 88 to 81%. That's what I want to highlight first, and then you can see also the correlation to the soybean oil as well, right? Soybean oil and canola is quite strong too, right? Where it wasn't in the past as well. So it's like just you're in the 50s in correlation, now you're in the 80s, which is important to kind of note there as well. So Brian was pulling together some COPA data, and you can see that the COPA crush is way down, which is not what we wanted to see, especially when you got the last few weeks here of increased crush capacity. So their capacity utilization is just moving down, which is a normal thing as well at this time of year, where your capacity utilization goes down when you got plants basically starting to shut down to get the maintenance done. But we'll have to see how this all plays out here. Crush profitability is still way high. Brian did put out some reports there on the weekend, interesting reads, especially when it comes to the crush. So planting progress, I'll just put this in my weather update here, but the you can see that there's some planting down here. There's very small percentages, but the other key part I want to put into the weather area here is the moisture, and there's there's flooding going on in some areas there as well, just on the weekend. In contrast, the date is, I showed this yesterday. There's still some soil moisture deficits there as well. 10-day forecast shows some snow up here, and then there's some uncertain areas where how much rain they're going to get. And again, when you're hitting on wheat and you haven't had any moisture, you're probably not going to push a big yield at all. See the weather moving across here. We got some light rains going across Manitoba into Ontario, and this is just a little bit extended here, but there's another wave of rains coming towards Thursday, Friday here into Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Here's the buildup of the snow. It changes every day, but you can see that there's basically yellowhead corridor. There's going to be some rain snow next Tuesday if that actually comes true, and the foothills have definitely getting a lot more snow there as well. So quick look at the market here. We've got canola up $5 on November, trading 7.48. Or sorry, 7.57, and July at 7.48. Soybean oil 74.5 cents a pound, up 3/4 of a penny. Palm oil just slightly down. Crude oil is up above 101 with the breakdown of the Russia or the Iran proposal basically getting rejected by Trump there. And your West Texas is up. Your diesel fuel is up above $4 again, 4.10. Soybeans up 3 cents at 12.16. Minneapolis wheat up 9 3/4 cents at $6.96 on the July. Red winter wheat up 13.5, and the Chicago wheat up 9 cents. Corn is basically unchanged. The Canadian dollar is down slightly. Just have a quick look at all of this. You can see that we're basically trying to get back to that high levels that we made not long ago in November, and on the new crop August rapeseed, same thing. We're right at that 10-day moving average, and soybean oil trying to regain and get above that 10-day moving average as well. Soybean futures for the last 3 trading sessions have turned green and trading above that 10-day moving average. Crude oil, palm oil down slightly, and then here's your West Texas, and it's trading above that 10-day moving average here as well. Same thing with the Brent, and your diesel fuel right trying to get back into this $4 area where it is right at the moment, $4 a gallon at New York. Gasoline not far from making new highs here again. Quick look at the Canadian dollar. The slide is down. We're right at the 100-day moving average, and we'll see how it's going to continue. If it drops below there, we're looking at possibly retesting the 72 cent mark for sure. S&P doing nothing but keep going up. It doesn't want to price in a war. There's no problems, I guess. Here's your July wheat trading above the 10-day moving average. Your December wheat trading above the 10-day moving average as well, getting very close to eclipsing the highs that they made there. Same thing with the Kansas and your Chicago wheat. And here's a quick look at corn. You can see that we are making higher highs, but we are going to be up against some of these other higher values at 490 and then 503.